Hey guys, I just want to make this short video talking about what I use to burnish specifically and what I recommend for burnishing. I don't know, I'm not any kind of pro by any means, but just YouTube videos were helpful to me when I was starting out, so I just want to answer questions like that. So what to use? I use smooth stones. You can use anything hard and smooth. Marbles, part of a mortar and pestle that you hold. You honestly, if you have like a rounded back of your knife, the spine of your knife, you could use that. I don't think you'd be able to get into all the parts you need to use, so that's because I'd also like to talk about what is the purpose of your burnishing tool. So you want to be able to get around all the curves, right? So this is a rice paddle, so you want to be able to get around all the curves, all the thin parts, but then you also want to be able to get into the bowls. So you want to be able to get into things like inside of a scoop. So you can see this is a not burnished small scoop. You can also see though that because I used a really sharp knife, it's got a good gleam, so it's pretty naturally burnished from the knife blade just occurring by carving. But you want to be able to really get around the curves, so it's important that your whatever you use for burnishing can get into all the small turns and bowls. I use stones I found on the beach, so I started using this one. This is just the smoothest one I found. Used it for a while. It's small, so it can be pretty difficult just pinching it like this and trying to apply pressure. You don't need to apply too much pressure. Then I moved up to this rock. It's a little bit bigger, but because it has this indent here, it can really ride the curves. So it just sits right there, and I can just go around the edges of spoons or scoops, and gets it kind of naturally, just fits in there as opposed to falling off. And then because it has the skinnier part, I can get into parts like right in there, and because it has the wider part, I can get in and kind of do this and get most of the stuff. I usually end up going over with the smallest part just to try and make sure I get everything. And you can see it's already getting a nice glimmer, nice gleam. So that's the important part of what you use. Just make sure it can get into all the parts. This is a bigger rock. I really like this shape. It's a lot more comfortable. And this is what I've learned recently, is that even if a rock doesn't feel super glass smooth, right? Like this one, probably about as smooth as glass. I'm not sure what type of rock it is, but when I found it on the beach, it was like super smooth, so that's the one. I grabbed it. This one, I think it's quartz, granite, I don't know. But it was pretty smooth. I started using it, and it just gets a little smoother as you use it. I'm sure there's a little bit of mutual friction that goes on between the wood and the rock, and you can see that this rock, I don't know if it will shine, yeah, it has like a glossy surface just from being used. And then this one was more of an experiment for me. It was smooth in general, but I'd say it still has a little bit of grit to it, and so I wasn't really sure, so I actually tried it on a junk spoon, one that had a crack in it, and it worked pretty well. So now I actually just use it. Yeah, I don't know. Someone correct me if I'm not picking up on something I should be, but I've tried it on like really flat, plain flat surfaces of wood, and I've tried to find any evidence of it leaving marks, like even a fine sandpapering mark, and couldn't. And so I like this one because it has a little bit of bend to it. It's got a nice flat here. It's got a nice pointed couple ends, so I can definitely get into smaller parts. Because it's got the slight curve, I part my fingers like this, and I can run it right across the surface and the edges. I don't know. So this is kind of like a recent favorite. I'm still like a little hesitant, but I haven't found any evidence to show that this is leaving any kind of abrasive marks. So that's what I use to burnish. Is I'm pretty much use primarily these two rocks at this point. This one, like I said, a little too small for me these days, but keep it on standby. But yeah, so I hope that answers the question. If you're looking for something to burnish, just go outside, look for a smooth rock. Beaches, by water sources, streams, somewhere where the water is flowing and has been tumbling rocks a lot, you probably can get something that'll work pretty well for you. Or just look around your house. Maybe you have a handle of a broken coffee mug, deer antler, something like that. That can get be the hard surface that you need.